Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to the Thrifty Traveler's Kitchen. I'm Curt, and it's a cold, wet, rainy day here out on the West Coast, and I thought it would be a perfect time just to share with you a few things that we take along to help cook in a motel room when we're traveling. Most of the videos that I put out are recipes that are packed up and frozen so that we can finish them off either in a rice cooker or even reheat in the microwave when we get to our hotel room. But I just thought I'd share with you, first of all, some of the things that we would take with us to give you a basic kit to get started so that you can cook in your hotel room. And then I'm going to share with you a real simple recipe with low ingredients. If you're not the type that can freeze your food and take it with you, you can go to a grocery store and pick up a few items and still make a really decent meal that tastes great in your hotel room. So let's take a quick look at some of the kit that we take. Of course, we take our handy dandy little 6-cup rice cooker. Now these are the ones that you can buy at the grocery store, Walmart, wherever. They run anywhere from $15 to $20. I saw one on sale at Walmart just today when I was up there picking up a few ingredients, and they had it on sale for $15, so that's a great buy. Now what came with this rice cooker is, of course, it has a measuring cup. Now this isn't a standard measuring cup, it's a little bit smaller. It's just a little bit more than about 160 grams or milliliters. Yeah, milliliters. So it's a bit smaller than a regular cup, but we're going to use this in our recipe today because we're going to use what comes with. Also, what came with is, of course, a handy dandy little spoon to scoop everything out and mix things up inside that cooker. So to help you prepare food and whatnot is you're going to need a little cutting board, something small that you can pack and take with you. I've got a little dollar store knife here that came with a little sleeve to help protect the blade. This is going to be great for chopping things like onions or carrots or something like that if you want to use those in your recipe. Then you need something to help clean it up, so I have a little tiny travel sponge and some dish soap that we take with us. And then you need something to eat it with, so I just have plastic cutlery, knife, fork, and you can actually use the bowl from the rice cooker and eat right out of there if you want after you've mixed up the food. So that's just a basic kit to get you started. Of course, there's other things that you may want to add. If you start doing this on a regular basis, you'll figure, oh gee, I need something else. By all means, add it, take it with you. As long as it's small and compact and easy to transport, that's the whole idea. Keep it small and easy, because if you do, then you're more likely to use this. And then you're not going out to a greasy spoon and having takeout food or something like that in your hotel room. You can cook your own food and you know exactly what's in it and have a decent meal on a budget. Again, on a budget. So in the next recipe I'm going to show you, it's really on budget, super easy, only a few ingredients, all done in the rice cooker, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. So let me reset everything and I'll come back and I'll show you what I got, and then we'll talk budget and see what it costs just to put on a simple meal in your hotel room, your Airbnb even, wherever you're traveling to. Just make it as easy on you as possible. So in today's budget-friendly recipe, what I decided to do is something that was inspired by meatloaf or Salisbury steak. So let's put everything together and we'll pop it into the rice cooker and cook it up, and then we'll have a delicious little meal in just 20 minutes, half an hour. So being on a budget again, I've got a package here of ground meat. Now this one is a blend. It's ground pork and ground beef. I picked it up at the store. Regular price for just one of them is $7. I, of course, bought more of them so you could get them cheaper. I paid $5 for this package. So we'll use our handy dandy little knife that we brought here, and we'll open up that package. Because I don't have a mixing bowl, we're going to just use the container that the ground meat came in as our mixing bowl, so that we can mix our flavoring into that ground meat. I'm just going to check underneath here. It doesn't have one of those little pads that sucks up all the liquid. So now to flavor that up, there's a couple of easy ways that you can do it. And the easiest and cheapest way that I found is simply a packet of onion soup mix. Now that box is about $2.60 at Walmart. So one package of that, what's that, 65 cents each package? And of course I'm gonna struggle with it. It's not gonna open up easily, so I'll just slice her open here. Now into our meat, I'm going to put about half of that package in there. I'm going to save the other half for a little bit later. Get your hands in there, mix it up. Wash your hands first, yeah. Now this is enough meat to make 2 portions. So we're actually going to make 2 meals. One tonight, one tomorrow night. Hopefully your room has a refrigerator in there. You can keep it in the refrigerator. Okay. Make sure you got that spice mix blend mixed good throughout that whole meat. And then we're going to take that, divide it in half, and make like a hamburger patty. So press yourself a ball, flatten it out. Going to be about 1 inch thick, and that's okay. It's still going to cook just perfectly fine. There's one. Get the rest of the meat out of here, and we'll make the second one. And then it's pre-made and easy for you tomorrow to make the same meal. Or if you want, you can change it up and add a couple other different things to it. There we go. We got 2 hamburger patties. I'm just going to set that aside. Next in this recipe, we're going to use about 1/2 of a medium onion. Cut off those ends. Peel it up here quickly, hopefully quickly. Sometimes onions can be a real pain to peel. There we go. Now I'm sure you've seen a lot of videos on how to chop an onion. What I want to do with this one here is I'm just going to use half-moon rings. So it's just a matter of slicing it. Slice them a little over 1/8 of an inch thick or 2 millimeters thick. Cut my fingers off. Take that little nub out of there, don't really want that. And then give it a slice down there. So now they're 1/4 moons. And we're going to use half of it in this recipe, half of it in the recipe tomorrow. So you're also going to need yourself a little small bottle of oil. This is the smallest one I could find. I can't remember the price of that right now. I think it was about $5. And a can of mushrooms. We're going to use half this can. This can's 97 cents, so about 50 cents worth of mushrooms. And we're going to use one of the cups of rice, the cup that came with the rice cooker. We're going to pour that in there. Now if you want, you can take your rice first right now, dump it in your little pot and give it a quick rinse. Sometimes, or everybody says rinse your rice. I don't think you really have to for this recipe, but if you want to rinse the rice, by all means, go right ahead. Okay, so I rinse the rice just to make the rice fanatics happy. Now, this is the reason why I say you don't need to rinse the rice, is because we're trying to cook on a budget in a motel room with the simplest of equipment here. So you probably won't have a strainer with you, so you can just put the rice right straight in out of the packet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of that oil. Maybe about, oh, of course, it's sealed. Struggle with this. Let's try that again. Go with a little bit of oil. Maybe a good 1.5 teaspoons up to about a tablespoon, just to coat the bottom of your rice cooker. We got it plugged in. Make sure it's turned on. Okay. And we'll pop that to cook. And we'll take one of our hamburger patties and we'll just plop that right inside there. Now it's going to take a couple minutes to heat up, and that's fine. But we're going to try and brown the ground meat inside the rice cooker. And yes, you can do this. I was successful with it before. So let's get that browned up. So the meat's in there. The rice cooker has come up to temperature and it's starting to brown the bottom of the meat. You can hear it sizzling away in there. Take a little peek there. So we're going to give it about another 4 minutes or so on one side so that we get it browned, and then we're just going to use the rice cooker spatula to flip it over. Okay, so I just flipped over our ground meat and you can see that it's got brown on the one side. Now a quick tip is check your rice cooker and make sure it's still on the cook cycle, because usually when you lift that out, it'll pop over to warm. Make sure it's back on the cook cycle because we want it to stay hot and we want it to brown the other side of that meat. Okay, so let's check our ground meat here, see if we're browned on the other side. It's been about another 4 minutes. Look at that, nicely browned. Just going to set that aside on our cutting board for a minute. Leave all those juices and that fried goodness inside there. We're going to take it, add our rice. Now, on most of these containers here, it's got an indicator on there for water level for however much rice that you're cooking based off the size of the cup that you're using. So there's a number 1 down there. It's 1 cup of rice. So we're going to add enough water to bring it up to that 1 level, which is basically another one of these, 1 to 1. Now that we got the rice in there, we're going to take that onion that we sliced up and we're just spread it on top, break it all up into little pieces. You can use other vegetables if you want. You know, if you do have a hotel room that's got a little freezer and you want to pick up a cheap package of frozen veg, you can throw in, half cup to a cup of frozen veg at this point instead of the onion if you don't want that much onion. So now we'll go back to our onion soup mix, and I'm going to take about half of one of what's left. So we have a half a package left, so I'm going to put a half of that, so 1/4 of the package of that to help flavor the rice. And we got another little bit left for our portion tomorrow. Now let's go to the can of mushrooms. I got a tin of mushrooms. Like I say, it cost 97 cents at Walmart. This is just mushroom slices. They're packed in liquid. It's okay if you use that liquid. And then we're just going to scoop out roughly half the can, a little bit more, of those mushrooms into the rice cooker. We'll save that for tomorrow's meal. Then we'll take our ground meat put that right back on top. Put the lid on. And you go back to the front, you'll notice it'll move over to warm because we took the weight out of that pot again. That's fine. Just go on and make sure that you get back to the cook. And we're going to cook it for 1 cycle. Once it's finished, the whole meal should be done and ready to go. So we'll check back when that little lever pops up and it goes to warm, and we'll see how our meal looks. All right? So here we go, guys. The rice cooker just finished its cycle. It's popped over to keep warm. Let's go check that meat. Make sure it's cooked all the way through. Easiest way to do that is take our little plastic knife and our spatula here. We're going to poke a hole in the middle. Open that up. Take a peek. Cooked all the way through in 1 cycle. That took about 18, 19 minutes, I think it was. So let's pop that meat out of there onto our plate, and we'll dig in to that rice and mushrooms and onions. Fluff that up. Throw a good spoon of that onto our plate, and then we'll dig in and give it a little taste test here. So again, you see meat cooked all the way through. Ooh, hot. Nice flavoring from that onion soup mix. Some of the mushroom and rice and onion mix here. Love it. So there you go, guys. So let's quickly figure out what that meal cost us, okay? So we had $7 for the ground meat. Cut that in half, $3.50. A package of the onion soup mix, an extra 60 cents. So that's what now? $4.10. Let's say $400.20. One of the cups of rice, minimal on that. Probably, let's go on the high side, 20 cents for the rice. Half of the can of mushrooms. The mushrooms were 97 cents, so let's round it up. We'll go 50 cents for that. So what does that make us now? 420 for... That puts us in around the $5 mark. A little bit of onion, $5.25 for a meal that you made yourself in your hotel room. And there's plenty in there, even if you're a hungry fella. There's a lot of rice and a lot of meat here. I'm sure it's gonna fill you up. And then you just repeat the step tomorrow. Like, sure, because you bought that package of ground beef, that's the reason you need to do it for 2 days in a row. But 2 days for $10 for 2 meals, that's pretty darn good. That puts some saving in the bank for you. I hope you enjoy it. Give it a try. If you like it, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Give it thumbs up. What else do they always say on these YouTube videos? Like and subscribe. I'd love to get some subscribers. I'd love to hear your comments. And if there's any other rice cooker meals that you think you might want to try, or you want to see one of these meals for one stepped up a little bit, cook it in a larger rice cooker so you can cook for 2 or even 4 people in one rice cooker at home. A simple meal, so simple to put together. Everybody's going to think you're a chef by the time you're done cooking one of these meals. Give them a try, like I say, and come on back for the next video. And I'm going to try and cook, let's see, use some chicken tenders that I bought in the store. And we'll turn that into, say, chicken teriyaki or something good like that. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.